Good afternoon, dear friends. Welcome you all to our session today. Sister Lệ Nghiêm, could you unmute yourself? Good afternoon, dear friends.
Good morning for me, and good morning, Sister Bội Nghiêm and friends. I say good morning because I'm calling from Australia, so it's in the early morning for me here.
Thank you so much, Sister Lệ Nghiêm. We have some friends trying to join us, and for some reason, they are unable to use the link that we provided. So perhaps if Sister Lệ Nghiêm, can you just share a few words, say how is everything in Australia while I answer some emails? Let friends know the correct Zoom link so they can join us. Thank you.
Okay. So, dear beloved friends, I feel very honored to be your guest today. Sister Bội Nghiêm, she's my ordination, the same ordination family sister. She has been trying to get me to join her for a few times already, but condition never sufficient for us to be together. So today, while during my home visits in Australia, and I guess that maybe condition are sufficient this time, so I'm able to join her and to join all of you and to meet you and to share with each other. So I'm in Brisbane, Australia right now, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning on June 3rd. So quite a little bit ahead of time in the US. And I'm based in Deer Park Monasteries in California. So I need to go back to Australia to renew some paperwork and also to visit family, because it's been quite a while already because of the pandemic too. So I haven't been able to go back to Australia. So I had the permission from the Sangha to go for a few months to be with my family and to do my paperwork and also to visit our two monasteries in Australia. So this could be my last week home, and next week I will be heading to the monasteries in Melbourne, and then we'll stay there with the sisters for perhaps a month. And then I go to Sydney to visit another monastery in Sydney, maybe also for a month. And then I come back to Brisbane and to get ready to return to the US, to Deer Park Monastery. So just a little bit about me and where I'm now, and the histories of my being here today. So thank you, and it's very wonderful to see you all and to meet with you. And it's been a while. I'm been with the Sangha, so I feel very happy to be here this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Lệ Nghiêm, for joining us today. She already introduced herself, and so I don't need to say much, but I just want to add one thing that Sister Lệ Nghiêm and I, we came to Plum Village just I think 1 or 2 days apart, right, Sister Lệ Nghiêm?
The same day.
Same day. She used to be quite strict and I didn't like her. But I came to love and respect her a lot because she's one of the elder sisters that I take refuge in, just like Sister Học Nghiêm, how I often share with you about Sister Học Nghiêm. But I have another Sister Học Nghiêm in my life, and that is Sister Lệ Nghiêm. Mm. And so she has great love for the monastic sangha as well as for our friends. And today we will be sharing on a very special topic, as we know that June is a Pride Month, and so our theme today is celebrate LGBTQIA plus community and be a true ally. And I think it's nice to have a topic that is relevant to what is happening in June, as a way to bring the Dharma to different communities, especially to the marginalized groups, and to give a special shout out and share the support to the LGBTQIA plus community, and also to express our gratitude to all the allies out there. So Sister Lệ Nghiêm is a perfect person to join us today, as she also has a lot of compassion to the LGBTQIA plus community. So before we go into the guided seating meditation, into the sharing, shall we sing some songs? Yeah. Okay. But before that, I'd like to ask, how many of us are here for the first time? Can you raise your hand? Okay, wow. We have quite a number of you. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah. And I'm currently in New York, Blue Cliff Monastery. Anyone here from New York right now? Okay, Carol. I was driving through Manhattan yesterday and it was crazy. I feel like a country nun driving to the city. Yeah, it's quite interesting. So welcome you all. Let us sing some songs. I will do the share screen so you can see. Okay. Can you see all this now? If there is a song that you would like to sing to celebrate Pride Month, please let us know what song you want to sing, or a song that inspires you at this moment. You may unmute yourself, say it out, or put it in the chat box. Okay, if there's no, okay, let's see. Happiness. It's number 4. Please try to move your body a little bit and relax yourself. Really feel the happiness as you sing this song. We are sitting here at home, in an office, at a friend's house, a place that we feel safe, protected, and nowhere to go, nothing to do. So we're ready to sing happiness. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. No longer in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Somewhere to go, something to do, but I don't need to hurry. So we sing it again. This time, please don't forget to smile. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. No longer in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Somewhere to go, something to do, but I don't need to hurry. There's a request to sing I Have Arrived. I have arrived, I am home, in the here and in the now. I have arrived, I am home, in the here and in the now. I am solid, I am free. I am solid, I am free. In the ultimate I dwell. In the ultimate I dwell. And I would like to invite us to sing Dear Friends, Dear Friends. Dear friends to all the friends are sitting here, as well as all the LGBTQIA plus friends, family members that we know, and we let them know how much we love them. Dear friends, let me tell you how I feel. You have given me such treasure. I love you so. Love, joy, peace, and ease, like a summer morning breeze. Oh, my dear, you are so welcome. Love gives you ease. Dear friends, let me tell you how I feel. You have given me such treasure. I love you so. Love, joy, peace, and ease, like a summer morning breeze. Oh, my dear, you are so welcome. Love gives you ease. Love gives you ease. I love you so. Thank you for singing with us. I hope now you are all relaxed and at ease and ready to practice sitting meditation with us. Sister Lệ Nghiễm will help with the guided meditation. I have a bell here, Sister Lệ Nghiễm, so if you want me to invite the bell, let me know. I'm trying to look for you. Are you still in the Zoom room, Sister Lệ Nghiễm?
Yes, Sister Bội Nghiêm, I also have the small bell with me, so okay. I can do the bell during the guided meditation.
Wonderful. Yes, please.
Shall we start now? Okay. So, dear respected Thai, dear beloved family, let us begin our session today with 20 minutes guided meditation. So now I'd like to invite everyone to check in with our body, to bring our awareness, our attention to the body, and just to make sure that we all feel very comfortable, whether we sit on a sofa or chair or on a cushion like me. I'm sitting on my cushion right now. So just to continue to keep your awareness on your body and just to check in with the body from the top of the head to your toes, just to make sure that every part of the body feel very comfortable and relaxed. And we'll keep our back upright if possible, but relax and not rigid. So release all the tensions, relax all the muscles, and just feel totally resting in the sitting position. And we will begin now with 3 sounds of the bell. And while listening to the sound of the bell, just allow the sound of the bell penetrates deeply into our body and mind, so to help our body relax more. So thank you, and I wish everyone peaceful and relaxing meditation. You may like to close your eyes so that you can rest and relax more, better. As I breathe in, I'm aware of my in-breath. As I breathe out, I'm aware of my out-breath. Aware of in-breath, aware of out-breath. As I breathe in, I follow my in-breath from the beginning to the end. As I breathe out, I follow my out-breath from the beginning to the end. Following in-breath, following out-breath. As I breathe in, I'm aware of my whole body. As I breathe out, I relax my whole body. Aware of body, relaxing body. As I breathe in, I'm aware of any tensions in my body. As I breathe out, I release the tensions in my body. Aware of tensions, releasing tensions. Breathing in, I'm aware of my feelings, whether it's a pleasant or unpleasant or neutral feeling. Breathing out, I smile to my feelings, aware of feelings, smiling. Breathing in, I'm aware of my mental activity. Breathing out, I smile to my mental activities, aware of mental activities, smiling. Breathing in, I'm aware of all the favorable conditions that support my practice. Breathing out, I'm grateful for those supportive conditions. Aware of favorable conditions, feeling grateful. Breathing in, I feel alive. Breathing out, I feel joy to be alive. Feeling alive, feeling joy. Breathing in, I enjoy the present moment. Breathing out, I know this is the only moment. Present moment. Only moment. dear friends. I hope you enjoy the short sitting meditation together. So thank you for practicing together. And now I will pass it to Sister Bo Im to continue our section. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Học Nghiêm. Let us massage, continue to massage your head or face. There's tightness on your shoulders or your neck. Gently place your hands there and send some love. So, dear respected teacher, dear Sister Lệ Nghiêm, and dear beloved friends, I'd like to invite all of us if we could join our palms or do any gestures to express our gratitude to Sister Lệ Nghiêm for a very peaceful and relaxing guided meditation. Thank you so much. I don't know about you, but sometimes whenever I get ready for a Zoom call, I tend to rush myself, even if it's meditation session. Setting up and then there's no Wi-Fi or electricity, something is wrong, or somebody is asking for my help, and then entering to the session and there's guided meditation. It really helps the body and the mind to be grounded. So thank you again, Sister Lệ Nghiêm. I'd like to invite us to again sit relaxingly as we listen to one sound of the bell before our sharing today. For those of you who are lying down, you can also relax your body. Dear respected teacher, beloved Thầy, dear beloved Sangha, once again, thank you so much for being here today. It is nice to see you again. Hello from New York at Blue Cliff Monastery. It has been a very joyful time for me traveling to Canada, Montreal, Canada, and Quebec, Canada, with 3 other monastics at Blue Cliff Monastery to share the teachings in the last 2 weeks. And while I was there, I enjoyed the spring, enjoyed the radiant eyes in the lay friends, and seeing how thirsty they were for the Dharma, and that we were there to share with them mindfulness practices. At the same time, I was grieving with our country, the mass shooting in Texas. It was very painful for me, and I'm sure it was also very painful for you. And I'm sure it's heartbreaking for the family members. So I took some moments, many days, to send my energy to the beloved children, to the 2 teachers, and also to the family members of these loved ones who lost beautiful, beautiful people in their life suddenly like that. And this trauma, this grief challenging and very difficult, especially for the family members. So let us continue to keep them in our hearts, and the importance of cultivating peace in oneself, peace in oneself, peace in the world. June is a month that is full of energy, right? Summer is here, the arrival of summer. It depends where we are living, and I know in the south of the United States, especially in Mississippi, there's a lot of humidity coming up, but it's not like that this case in New York. June is also a month of pride, to celebrate the LGBTQIA plus community. And I noticed that every month in America, it is dedicated to something. Like May is Asian Pacific Islander Month. February is Black History Month. March is Women's History Month. June is Pride Month. Have we ever asked ourselves, why are these months dedicated to this group of people? Perhaps this group of people were the most suppressed, or are the most suppressed groups of people in society. So it's an invitation for us to open our hearts and learn. And what can we do as mindfulness practitioners, as a citizen, as a beloved child in a family, beloved family members to our loved ones, so that there's more love, care, and peace where we are, and that this can give a positive effect to the future generation. Before I continue to share, I'd like to ask you a question, and you can type it in the chat box. Can you share with us a valuable lesson that an LGBTQIA plus friend have taught you? Taught you about life, taught you about love, taught you about gratitude. And if you don't know of anyone yet who is LGBTQIA plus community, it's also okay. You may read what our friends are writing in the chat box. So please, dear friends, type it in. Sister Lệ Nghiêm, could you help me to read some of them? It's nice to hear different voices. Everyone is worthy of love.
Everyone is worthy of love, and to be yourself. I have a wonderful friend who works to share their passion to improve the lives of suppressed groups with every person they encounter. Yes, be free, live your life. Courage to be and show who he is. One whom I know is absolutely a bag of joy. We all carry hidden burdens and need compassion, being loving to each stranger. Love is love. I learned about their pain of not being accepted and to have fear. I learned to provide safety when they did not feel safe. It does not matter what other people think and say, as long as you are not hurting anyone. Be who you want to be and do what you want to do. Life can be much more enjoyable when you are not resisting your true nature. Create family with your friends. Beautiful.
Thank you so much, dear friends. I I consider friends in the LGBTQIA plus community whom I know to be my teachers. They have taught me so much about respecting, love, care, and being sensitive to other people's feelings. And the meaning of normal and not normal. Our society consider normal as heterosexual relationship as normal and homosexual relationship as abnormal. And this view of relationship is changing in society. What was once viewed normal is now is not. It's changing, and young people are helping to change that. One senior Dharma teacher who is in her maybe late 60s shared with me that it is the older generation who dig the well in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, 90s, but now it is the young people that is touching the water, who touch the water. Yeah. So for those of you who are sitting here today, who have shared with those that you feel supported and trust and had love for you, care for you, thank you so much for opening your heart to share with them. And at the same time, I also want to express my deep gratitude and respect to you for being so courageous to share your true self, to be open, and to let others know I am lesbian, I am gay, I'm bisexual, I'm transgender, I'm queer, I'm intersex, I'm asexual. And perhaps some of us find it very difficult to say these words because we feel there's not support, there's not love, and that our lives might be at risk or that harm will be happening to us. And I have so much compassion for you. And I hope that, people who have discrimination or fear of the LGBTQIA plus community, that one day they will be able to find the jewel in this community. It is community that consists of so much of beauty, colors, diversity, respect, and care. I came to the US when I was 11. I did not know much about the LGBTQIA plus community until the last maybe 3 years. Before, I was one of those who was very afraid of someone who was a lesbian because I would think that this person, might do something that would harm me. Because these were the words that I kept hearing from others, so it affected me. But then when I heard directly from other LGBTQIA plus friends who came to me and shared with me their struggles, how difficult and challenging it was to share with their family of their sexual orientation, my compassion for them grows. That is because they help me to understand. Like a teacher shared, when there is understanding, there is love. And I really touched that lesson from the LGBTQIA plus friends. That's why I consider them as my teachers, as someone, as people who help me to remove my wrong perception, and how liberating it is to have our wrong perceptions removed, right? It is very liberating. And I started to research more. And I learned that in the 60s, there were some psychotherapists, you know, psychoanalysis diagnose homosexuality as a disease, as an illness, And I was like, what? This happened in United States? To my surprise. To my surprise. And so to know the history of the suppression of all this discrimination helps us, encourage us, invite us to see what are some things that we can do right now so that history does not repeat itself. And one of that is to celebrate Pride Month and to say the word LGBTQIA plus community more often and share with others the stories of other LGBTQIA plus friends. The stories of not just when they come out, but the stories of them as beautiful human beings, of someone who have so much peace and transformation and healers in society. And at the same time, to be a true ally. And what does it mean to be a true ally? Deep listening, just being present. What energy are we giving out when we are sitting next to someone? Do we make them feel safe? Or are they fearful of our presence? Are we fully present there for them? Do we have the courage to ask them, what is your pronoun? This is the first step to show respect. And if someone whose pronouns is they, we try to remember it so that we say the correct pronoun. He or she. Deep listening. Listen to their stories and especially learn from their stories. I remember when I was at Magnolia Grove Monastery, one of our beloved dear friend who was very open about her sexuality shared with me that she's a lesbian. And a sister asked her, do you ever want to become normal again? It's just an automatic question, which we consider as normal question, but it's not normal. Do you want to be normal again? And this dear friend was very sad when she heard that, and she was tearing up. She looked into my sister's eyes and she said, dear sister, please don't ask that question. Because when you ask that question, it sounds like I'm not normal right now. I'm a lesbian, that's why I'm not normal. And I'm very grateful to that teaching from our friend. What makes us think who is heterosexual as someone who is normal, and our friends who are homosexual as abnormal? We need to come back and take care of our thinking. Change our thinking. Think differently. And if we have loved ones who come to us, dear mom, dear dad, dear sibling, I've been holding this heavily in my heart these past months, years. Dear parents, I'm gay, I'm trans, I'm queer, I'm lesbian. Yes, that news might come as a shock, as a surprise. But please, there's love in our heart to let that person know that I love you. I continue to love you. I continue to care about you. I continue to support you. Yes, I will take care of my sadness, of my anger. Because do we know that one supported adult to the LGBTQIA plus community, to a child, especially to a child, to a young person who's gay, lesbian, or trans, can reduce suicide rate by 40%. We are saving lives when we let them know that we love them, when they share with us their true self, their sexual orientation. Sometimes pride gets in the way, or shame gets in the way, and if we're not careful, we will lose that person tragically. With what is happening in America right now, we should celebrate, be happy. When somebody comes to us and say, I'm gay, I'm a lesbian, I'm queer, because it means that they trust us, they love us, they care about us. And our practice is to make our love grow stronger every day, for our heart to be open to receive the news that perhaps we don't want to hear. But remember, these are our family members, these are our close friends. And if these are teenagers, a child, a young adult, please be an ally. Through a practice of deep listening, holding hands, and our view of relationship has to change. It is not just between a man and a woman. And if we walk out on the street and we see two people that perhaps if we see two females holding hands, be happy for them. When I was in Montreal, we visited downtown Chinatown and walked around Montreal, and it was very quiet. And I saw these two couples, two women holding hands, walk hand in hand with so much joy. I don't know who they are, but in my mind, I say silently, thank you for expressing love to one another, and I wish you much happiness. I practice to say this to every couple that I see on the street that are holding hands, whether that is homosexual relationship or heterosexual relationship, or parents holding hands of their own children, or friends holding hands. Because one time I asked a friend who's a lesbian, saying, what is your, now that you came out with your family, everybody in your close circle knows of your sexual orientation. What is the most difficult thing that you're experiencing now? And she said that when I'm in the public, I cannot show love to my partner because I'm afraid that somebody will harm me. I cannot hold hands of my girlfriend. And one time, someone who's gay shared with me that as he and his husband were walking on the street, holding hands, suddenly he heard somebody running from the back, like chasing them. They were very fearful, so they called the taxi and jumped into the taxi right away. So these stories help us to have more compassion, so that when we see same-sex couple hold hands in public, please send your gratitude to them. Be happy for them. We do this silently, and it is making our mind more beautiful every day. Another story that I recently learned when I was in Montreal, Canada. We were having dinner at a friend's house. Few Sangha members came. And whenever we visited somebody's house, we become curious, right? We want to know who is in this family, trying to see pictures hanging on the wall. And so as I was looking at these pictures, I saw many joyful smiles. And the host was very nice. She prepared the meals with other Sangha members. It was a potluck dinner in a very beautiful home, peaceful home. And so one of the monastics asked her, who's living here with you? And she said that, I live here with my wife. I live here with my wife, she responded. And I could feel there was this little bit of stepping back from this monastic who heard the response, because perhaps all of us assumed that she would say, I live here with my husband. Because we are still so used to see husband and wife. Or a female would say, I live here with a husband. But then when we heard this friend, she said that I live here with my wife, we were like this, yeah? I stood there and I observed my feelings, observed my thoughts. And I just say, I'm just so happy she said that sentence out with so much love in her voice, with respect, with acceptance. Because there is true love in it. And so this also teaches us not to assume. If we want to be a true ally, don't assume. Respect what we hear, and then take care of our own thoughts. Be a true ally also means bystander intervention. So now, whenever I hear somebody talks about the LGBTQIA plus community, and this person's know that, oh, this person is, queer or gay or lesbian, I say, I wonder if that person ever wants to become normal again. Then I would say, oh, please don't say that. Then I would explain why. We have to help our family members, those who are open. Those who are not yet open, it might be difficult. But plant the seeds. Plant the seeds. Because our love, our care to the LGBTQIA plus community saves lives, gives them hope, gives them happiness, gives them support. If in this lifetime we cannot do that, then when can we do it? So this month, if you know of someone in the LGBT community, please write them a love letter. Express your love, express your gratitude, and let them know how proud you are of them and that you got their back. You really got their back. Give extra love to the LGBTQIA plus community. Give extra care and open our heart to learn more, because this community is rich. It would take a lifetime to learn. Don't think that just a short video clip on YouTube can help. No, talk to people. Listen to their stories. Be happy for them when they show love in public. And again, we are saving lives. We are giving them more hope. Give them more confidence. Because so many people are trying to make them become invisible, trying to suppress them, trying to put them back into the closet. And the pain that they have in their heart is very deep. And as individuals, as mindfulness practitioners, as family members, we can help just by holding their hands. Give them a really gentle and long hug. Give them tissues when they cry. Send them text, letting them know how much you love them. Thank you so much for listening. Now I'd like to invite Sister Lệ Nghiêm to share next. Perhaps before Sister Lệ Nghiêm share, we can listen to one sound of the bell.
Dear friends, this is Bo Nghiêm. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and your beautiful practice. And thank you for also for your encouraging words for all of us too. I actually don't have much to share. To be honest, Sister Bo Nghiêm and I, we didn't communicate. We just met a few minutes before you came and joined us. And she asked me about the topic and today, and I said that I trust you. We just share our experience and practice and share it from our hearts. So, and Sister Bo Nghiêm shared very beautifully. I just share a little bit about my experience and practice. So I just became aware of the LGBT community just soon after I came to Deer Park. I came to Deer Park in 2015, November 2015, and then in 2016, the shooting in Orlando. Is it in 2016? Yeah, so I was in Deer Park, and during that time, I became much aware of the suffering of the community, and also become more aware of the LGBTQIA plus community. So when Sister Bo Nghiêm asked us that what the LGBTQIA plus community teaches, and in my heart, my answer was they teach me the awareness of suffering. They teach me to be aware of the suffering of the community and in our society. Of course, all of us, if most of us, if not all of us, came to the practice because we experienced some sort of suffering and difficulties in our life. And so our practice is to be aware of the suffering in ourselves and in the society. And when I start to invest my time and energy into learning and understanding the LGBTQIA plus community, is based on the practice of the monastic and also of all of us, is that awareness of the suffering, and to look deeply into the cause and the roots of the suffering, and how we live our life, how we practice in order to reduce or to release the suffering that people, including ourselves, experience. So from that aspiration and intention and inspiration, I start to learn to join any events that associated or related to the topic, and with the LGBTQIA plus community. In our retreat at Deer Park, we often have affinity groups. So we also have a Dharma sharing group for LGBTQIA plus friends, and also BIPOC affinity group. So unless if I have to assignments, facilitate any other group, otherwise I would join and to support and just to be there. And still over the year that's continue learning and but I see that my understanding is still very little. And I realize that I can only truly understand through my direct experience, my personal experience. But if I don't have exactly the same or the same experience, I would not be able to truly and fully understand. And it helps me with this realization. It helps me to be more humble and to be to keep my heart open and to practice to love unconditionally. So my practice is just to be there, to offer my presence, to support, to be a support in any situation, and to be with friends, monastic siblings, and to be with friends to continue to learn together, to understand, and to be a support. I feel very inspired by Sister Bo Nhiem's sharing and practice. And I see that I think the best way to inspire others, to educate others through our way of living and through our practice. Just listen to Sister Bo Nhiem sharing her practice during her time in Montreal and also in her last 3 years. I learned a lot. We didn't talk much. We really didn't have a chance to learn together, to share with each other. But whenever I listen to her sharing of her practice, I learned a lot from her. So with her practice, her way of living, her way of being, her way of relating to others, that is a great lesson, a great teaching for all of us. And I would my practice to keep my heart open, to keep my eyes open, to learn from those living teachings, living examples. And even with my good intention and my hearts of willing and wishing and wanting to give support, but still many times that I make mistakes, and I can be I still can be very unskillful. So I also have my practice also to be humble, to learn from my own mistakes and my own unskillfulness. I remembered last year we had an OI retreat organized by the community of Blue Cliff, but it was also kind of like inter-monasteries retreat. So Magnolia Grove Monastic and Deer Park Monastery monastics, we also join and support the retreat. And I was very happy to join in Sister Bo Nhiem's Dharma sharing group, and she was co-facilitator LGBTQIA plus Dharma sharing group. And I was so happy to join with the good intention that to be there, to be present with everyone, and also continue to learn from our friends and from my sister. But then it turned out that it was very unskillful, and for some of us to be there, to join the group, and I learned a lot from that too. Even in the group, that some of our friends are my friends, that we organize retreat together, we join the group, and we share many times. But then it wasn't it was not skillful for some of the monastics to be in the group. So that was a very, very good lessons for me, to be more sensitive, to be more skillful, and continue to learn, to understand, so that to be a better support. And I also practice to, it's not really my practice, but I really enjoy spending time with our LGBTQIA plus communities friends. So I want to hear their stories, and also to learn more about the suffering. And I only can understand, to be can be aware of the suffering by listening to their stories, to listening very deeply to their experience, their stories, and their suffering. And without being there, without listening, with an open heart and the willingness to understand the suffering, we will not be able to understand. This is in my case. So I have many friends, young friends, in the LGBTQIA plus community, from the Vietnamese community in the we call the Rainbow Little Saigon Rainbow Group. We love each other, and they are just happy and willing and open to share with me anything. They often said to me, as a goal, please ask any questions. We want to have the monastic to understand, to learn, so that you can be a better support for us. So I feel so grateful for our friends, and I enjoy so much, the time spending with them. Just practice together, learning from each other. It's our practice to be more aware of the sufferings, in each individual, in each individuals, and in the society, and in our community, in the world. So opportunity like this, to come together, to share, and to learn, it's very precious to me. And my practice is to continue to be to keep my heart open, to find any opportunity to be there, to be together, and to share and to learn from each other, and to be a support, for those who are suffered greatly from these three poisons, of ignorance, hatred, and craving, to be a truly ally, so that we can together, to support, our friends, our siblings. And thank you so much also for all of us here, to be here together, to share, to touch on this topic, and to share with each other, to know that we are here together to support our friends, and together to help to reduce and to release the suffering that our friends, our society, our world is facing right now. So thank you so much for allowing me to share just a little bit. And I guess Sister Bội Nghiêm will now open the circle for all of us to share, and we've had the opportunity to learn more from one another. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Lệ Nghiêm, for sharing with us your practice and to openly show your support to the LGBTQIA plus community. Perhaps there are some people that we know that support the LGBTQIA plus community, but they don't show it or they don't share it because they're afraid other people might think they're also part of the LGBTQIA plus community, because there's still so much stigma going on. It's still a taboo topic. And so if we show support, please share it. Sharing is caring. Sometimes we let the fear inside gets in the way. Which one is more important? The fear of other people judging us, or we're helping one friend to live, right? And so for our friends who are joining us on YouTube, I'd like to say thank you. The live stream will stop here. And now we open the circle up for our friends joining on Zoom.